Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are talking a little bit about this new Truffle event that's going to be starting tonight, I guess, tonight for me, whatever. They'll be actually doing a whole patch tonight, not just adding the capturable units with some other things changed. We're going to get to those a little bit later, but for now we're actually just going to talk about the Truffle. So the main issue here, or the main problem, is the fusion to get another new unit called Venus. As it stands right now, you need an Evo 3 Dark Truffle and an Evo 3 Light Bon. So the Bon is coming next month, I guess. Bon will be the March's capture event. So the main problem here is we'll need to capture 16 of each of these Astromons to get one Evo 1 Venus. And that is freaking crazy. That is hardcore. Like, if it was just for normal fusion and there was no time limit, I would understand it. It would be okay. But just to get the 4 Venuses you would need to eventually get it to Evo 3 with 12 Holy Gleams, you need to find and capture 128 exotic Astromons, 64 Truffles, and 64 Bonds. These will be natural 3 stars though. That must mean they're going to be more common than the Snowies were, more than the Jacks were. So it'll be kind of on the level of the Water Snowies and the Gatitos. Even so, that is a ton of captures there. And then you have to take into consideration how much the fusion's going to cost. You have to take into consideration what the cost of evolving them all into Evo 2s and then eventually Evo 3s is going to cost as well. Huge gold dump and all around pretty freaking crazy. And then, like I said, since it is a light type, you have to use Holy Gleams. You have no other choice but to use Holy Gleams. And since we can only get 3 of those per month, besides any expensive packages or special events, that's going to take about 4 months. Extremely hardcore, dedicated 16-hour per day farmers might be able to get like an Evo 2.1 or something, depending on how common they are. They say you can also summon the Fire Truffle at the special shop, so the rates will be increased there. So we have to take that into consideration. The Dark One, it says you can only get out of Rebirth, which is really interesting because I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with the Monas, if they're just going to chunk them in there, or if there's going to be like a separate Rebirth, or if this is coming next month. I don't know, it's all kind of confusing. They also say you can buy the Fire Truffle Soul Stones in the Shady Shop. It'll be the first one, like where the little Starstone or the fruit usually is, for 100 gold. So it seems like there'll be a lot of ways to get them. Even so, the amount actually required to eventually get an Evo 3 Venus is insane. As far as I know, Venus's skills haven't been released yet, but she is a natural 4-star. If she was a natural 5-star, I could definitely understand it taking that much effort, but for a natural 4-star and it being a light type, so you can't even use normal gleams from Astromon League, it just seems way out of the ballpark, and I definitely don't want to take the stance as, okay, well, if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to, no one's forcing you to do it. That's kind of bullshit. The ones who are really dedicated to the game are going to try, and probably going to get burnt out very quickly. I mean, we just had the Snowy event, and now this one, which is even more tedious, harder, capturing so much more the gold cost it's going to take. I do have to give credit where it's due though. Monster Super League is responding to all the negative criticisms they're getting in their comment section on their Facebook page. I mean, they gave them the typical, we'll forward it to someone who deals with that sort of stuff, blah blah blah, but it does kind of seem like they may change the requirement. So for now, I wouldn't recommend Evo 3ing any of the Truffles yet, unless you actually want the Dark One. I think the Dark One had attack down on both of its skills. I'm not sure if that got changed again, because it was like recovery down before. It's kind of weird. I'm just gonna wait until it's officially in the game before I really make any assumptions on that, but the Dark One did seem okay. Fire One seemed kind of useless in my opinion. Even so, I would wait to Evo 3 them, because they might change it to an Evo 2 Truffle and an Evo 2 Bond makes an Evo 1 Venus. That would be fair. Or an Evo 3 of each makes an Evo 2 Venus, although that would be kind of weird, because then we would kind of skip over the Evo 1 and not have that in the Astro book. So I can imagine it might be 2 Evo 2s for an Evo 1. I think that would be good. I think that would be fine. The main problem here is that it's timed, you know? I can accept things like needing an Evo 3 Water Nike and an Evo 3 Stone Limb to make an Evo 1 Light Anu, okay? I get that. Fusion's there forever. You can do it at your own pace. But with this will be available for 20 days. So it puts a lot of pressure on the players that really do care about the game and want everything it has to offer out of it. And in this event, that would mean an Evo 3 Venus. That's kind of like the ultimate goal, right? But with the demands being so high to really get there without having to spend all of your Holy Gleams for the next 4 months on it, it's either going to be impossible or extremely taxing on the player. And I don't think that's good. So that's basically all I have to say about that. Hopefully, if this video gets enough attention, they will further consider changing it. 2 Evo 2s for an Evo 1 would be perfect, would be happy about that, would have absolutely no issue, and I don't think anyone should have any issue there. But 2 Evo 3s for an Evo 1, that means you need 4 of each Evo 3s just to get enough to eventually, over the next 4 months, get an Evo 3. That's insane. For that amount of effort, you should have the Evo 3 immediately. It might be a little bit annoying, taking up all that inbox space, but until there is something officially stating that it will stay like this, it will be 2 Evo 3s for an Evo 1, I would recommend not Evo 3ing any of the truffles that you're not going to use. Dark one, I don't know, might be worth an Evo 3. Also Venus, I don't think we know what Venus even does. Maybe she's not even worth the effort, I don't know. Here we go. I found some very legit information regarding Venus. She'll be a recovery type. Her attack animation hits 1 time with Siren attack speed. They made sure to include this very specifically. Her 3-star skill is lowering the enemy's recovery for 1 turn if it lands a critical. So you need to make sure you get that square slot on your Venus. If you don't, bad luck, she's not going to be very useful. And her 5-star skill is a recovery up buff for 2 turns. Thankfully, the 5-star skill doesn't need a critical. I guess you'd have to land a critical on your own. Okay, I'm kidding. This isn't real. This is just a joke, okay? That would be kind of bad of a unit if that were real skills. Sorry. Wait a minute. There is a note here that says the encounter will be similar to super rare Astromons and capture percentage is 20%? Are you out of your mind, Monster Super League? So it will be like trying to capture the light and dark snow? No. No, I don't believe this. No. Apparently I missed this. I mean, I'm reading the Reddit post now. I'm not sure if this was actually in the Facebook post. I'm gonna go back there and check. Well, I just read through all their Facebook posts and it doesn't actually say that Truffle will have the same encounter and capture rate as a super rare. I mean, I read over the post 2 or 3 times now, so it looks like either the Reddit post got something wrong or Monster Super League changed the post on their Facebook page or deleted it and made a new one. I don't know. But it says here, at event period, you can meet Fire Truffle at all story areas as rare Astromon. So not super rare, it just says rare. So like Cosmos or Monas or whatever. Because I mean, when we need so many, it being the same rarity as a Miho or a Phibian, that would just be stupid. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, so my little rant on the truffles are done. I hope they change it. I hope the ones in charge of making these decisions sees this video maybe somehow, I don't know, and has second thoughts about the event in general, maybe making it a little bit easier. I am very grateful for Monster Super League and how much free stuff they give us, so don't get me wrong. Even this event I'm excited to jump into. I just think it's just too much for almost every single player. Even the hardcore dedicated ones, I don't think they're really looking forward to having to capture 500, 600 event Astromons just for 1 Evo 3 Nat 4 unit, even if it is a really good unit. But okay, there are also some other changes we're going to talk about, and that basically just has to do with the clan and the clan titan and the rewards. It looks like the 1-star and 2-star chests, their rewards are going to be worse. And I actually think that's fair because I've personally only gotten ever like 1 2-star chest, and it's better than most of the 4-star chests I usually get. And I was hearing a lot of the same things from other people, that they're getting 6-star gems from the 2-star chests. I'm like, what the hell? Why can't I do so little damage that I'm getting 2-star chests? And so usually I get 3 and 4-star chests, but under that it says the contribution damage needed to get 3 and 4-star chests will be changed to be a bit higher. I'm not sure if that also means the rewards will be better, but I kind of doubt it since they don't say that, but they do say the 5-star chest, which I don't believe I've ever gotten, will be improved. So the huge damage dealers will get better rewards, while the lower damage dealers will get worse rewards, I guess. Okay, thanks to Xuta248 on the subreddit MSL Game. He did clarify that Monster Super League did update their Facebook page, and Truffle will appear as rare instead of super rare, so it must have been super rare before, but now it's rare. Alright, I found some new information, some more specific information. The developer note came out in Korean already, and the good guys over at MSL Game have translated it. So basically the Titans are getting a straight nerf. They say the current rate of increase for Titan HP and attack per level is very steep, so it has been adjusted to become a lot more gradual. Thus the Titan in the new patch will be a lot weaker at a certain level than it is right now. So personally I think that is awesome. That is true. They're every 5 levels. The new fire one is way stronger than the previous fire one, and personally I think that is way too steep, so hopefully we can get to higher levels now. It doesn't seem like we have much information for the skill adjustments of the Titans, so I guess we'll just have to wait for that until it's officially announced, or when it's in the game and we can actually see what's going on. And here we can see the treasure box adjustment. Here you can see the graph. I'm just going to throw up a picture. It's not really a graph, but whatever. That's where I'm going to wrap up today's video. It was kind of exhausting to make this, honestly, because I typically don't like really being negative, but I think this is a message that kind of needs to be thrown out there, and hopefully they'll do something about it, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, that'll do it for today. What are your thoughts on this upcoming patch. Personally, I'm excited for the weaker Titans, looking forward to being able to kill them a little bit faster because we're stuck on one Titan for a very long time now. So hopefully that'll speed things up a little bit. Make sure to drop that down in the comments below. Also make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. I would really appreciate it. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.